Greetings and salutations, fellow plebs. Than a racist, xenophobic, Islamophobic twat. Rape, rape, rape. Long live the patriarchy. God bless Fox News. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you so hard. So hard. Why must everything be about the penis? And do try to keep them clean, if you can. Because you mentioned addiction, and let me tell you, pussy can be one hell of a drug.
Misogyny, patriarchy, sexism, racism.
Pianist. Well, this word is basically rape. The equality of which you speak is a Marxist pipe dream.
You are a cunt.
Cunt.
Big fat stinking
Cunt.
Say it ain't true, but I'm here to tell you you're a motherfucking cunt. You are a cunt.
Cunt.
A motherfucking cunt. Everybody knows from your head to your toes you're a big fat stinking
I don't think he likes Lacey Green. I could be wrong. I'm not, obviously. Anyway, should we do this? Hello there, and welcome to a much belated, apologies for that, episode 15 of The Descent of Man-osphere! The series where we go through the ways in which individuals from the Man-osphere are trying to reverse human evolution and drag us all back into the fucking sea. And having dealt in the last two episodes with a woman and a black dude, we're back to a white, cisgendered, heterosexual, hunky cracker motherfucker, because I hate white people, and especially white men. Obviously. And the person we're dealing with today is the MRA/MGTOW. Yes, he really is both of those things, I think. Anyway, it's, as the title would suggest, Thorium! And this dude is at the cutting edge of nonsense. That's right, he wants men to have the legal right to force a woman to carry a baby to term and have it against her fucking will. And that particularly backward and fucked up suggestion comes from a video entitled Men's Reproductive Rights Let's Effect Change. And I wonder why it is that the men's rights movement have had so little effect on these issues. Could it be anything to do with shit like this?
As anyone who has watched Saigon's video on the matter will know, a browser extension for Firefox went live called Men-Kampf. Its function was to merely switch around a number of words pertaining to feminism and Nazism. A prime example would be Jessica Valenti's piece on the imaginary wage gap. Here is the original: a radical fix to the world's wage gap. Why not just pay women more and pay men less? Here is the revised version: a radical fix to the world's wage gap. Why not just pay Aryans more and pay Jews less?
Oh, the warriors of the manosphere, always tackling the big issues. Yeah, fuck male suicide rates, fuck custody court battles and all the rest of it. No, what men really need in order to further men's rights issues and all the rest of it is to have a computer program which switches feminist words into Nazi words. That really is going to have a fucking huge impact. Bravo, you fucking utter waste of time. What is the point of that, really? Now, like many of the MRA/MGTOW types, Thorium has a massive hate boner for Emma Watson, who, for those who don't know, was the star of the Harry Potter films and, is now a feminist. Now, his video about Emma Watson's he for she Q&A was called Join Us or Die. Because there's nothing this guy loves more than playing a kind of weird victim card thing and also being an overly dramatic fucking drama queen par excellence. Let's have a look, shall we?
On Sunday, 8th of March 2015, Emma Watson attended a live he for she event in London. The hour-long discussion was almost entirely dross, so I shall endeavour to keep this video as short as humanly possible. Oh, and buckle your seatbelts, people. Things are about to get feminist.
And it's so nice to see things that I'm saying, like starting debates and conversation, and I love seeing how all of that unravels. Really, it's really fun.
Well, the video that you put up to talk about this specific conversation was viewed 17 million times.
Would that be the video for which dislikes and comments were disabled? Just as is the case with this video. Hardly encouraging debate now, is it?
Oh no, did it make your Winky sad that you and your friends were unable to leave your usual rape and death threats under her video? Oh, diddums, maybe you should grow the fuck up already. Then maybe, if you could be trusted with a comment section, people would let you comment under their videos.
I feel like it's made a huge impact in those 5 months, and obviously it's very important that your fans and the general public are getting behind this, but you do need those corporations to help push those messages home.
You're another corporate fucking shill. You're another whore at the capitalist gangbang. And if you do a commercial, there's a price on your head. Everything you say is suspect, and every word that comes out of your mouth is now like a turd falling into my drink.
Yes, let's all take our fucking morals from a drugged up conspiracy theorist nutbag. Now don't get me wrong, Bill Hicks was a fucking excellent comedian, right? But not necessarily a person you want to be taking moral cues from.
You're asking your Facebook fans to be part of he for she. What are some of the things that they could actually, take part in or do?
Have an amazing number of male Facebook fans, and I need to check the number because it's so many, it's so crazy, I can't even believe it. But yeah, we only have 200,000 commitments on heforshe.org.
How very interesting. Miss Watson's Facebook page has over 30 million fans, a significant portion of whom are male, and yet only 200,000 people have signed up to he for she.
No, it's not remotely interesting. I mean, just look at all fucking social movements and you'll find similar stuff. Or do you live in some sort of fucking fantasy world where everyone who watched the video was automatically going to sign up for the activism bit? Look, what the fuck are you doing?
You talked a lot about in your speech for the UN about the term feminism, and I suppose making sure people understand what you mean by that and what people mean by the term feminism. That I mean, what's your understanding of it, and what did you want to try and put across? Because there's lots of people. I think lots of people don't know what that necessarily means.
Are you fucking kidding me? Has the meaning of feminism become the most pressing philosophical question of our time? Because it's just so darn hard to pin down. If only we knew. What does feminism mean? What does it mean? We all fucking know what it means.
Really? Have you seen any of your fucking videos? Have you ever watched stuff on your channel? Because clearly you haven't got the faintest fucking idea what it means.
And I think you said something like it was not a dirty word, but it was a word that people are afraid of using. People are reluctant to use it. Why do you think that is?
Because I think people associate it with hate, with man hate. And that's really negative. And I don't think that's what feminism is about at all. I think it's actually something incredibly positive. So I think that's why women became very reluctant to use that word. But I think that's changing, which is really cool. I'm aware of a lot more male feminists now than I was a few years ago, and it's really heartening.
Those are called white knights. They just want to fuck you.
Do you see what I mean? You really haven't got a fucking clue.
Men think it's a women's word, that it's only women, it's only for women. But it really just means that you believe in equality, and if you stand for equality, then you're a feminist. Sorry to tell you.
Nice one. I'm now just one phrase away from getting feminist bingo. Oh, and if you believe in equality, then you're a men's rights activist.
And if you believe in equality,
Oh, you're a funny guy. Oh, sorry, not funny guy. Lying prick. That's what I meant.
I don't think I would ever even dream of complaining about my personal circumstances. But yes, there is a big problem in my industry, in the film industry, in the industry which I work. Currently, females comprise 7% of directors, 7%. 19.7% are writers, 2.2% are producers, 13% executives are women in the film industry.
And that's a problem because, you see, according to official government statistics, the transport sector, that's waste collection and disposal, road maintenance and the like, is comprised almost exclusively of men. Only 6% of transport workers are female. Funny you never mentioned that.
It's almost as if that was totally fucking irrelevant to the point you was making. But don't let that stop you with your bullshit non sequiturs.
Hold on, didn't that woman ask you?
Media states you earn less in your film roles in the Harry Potter series than Daniel Radcliffe and Rupert Grint. Is it true?
Well, Emma chose not to answer that question, which leads me to assume that she was paid as much as, if not more, than one or both of her male co-leads. Admitting that would have ruined the narrative though, right, Miss Watson?
I wonder if there are any other reasons as to why she might not have addressed that point. Could it be that she thought it might be rather gauche to discuss how much she got paid? Or because she doesn't know how much the other people got paid? Or indeed that she doesn't want to embarrass them by revealing how much they got paid? Or maybe, just maybe, she forgot to fucking answer that part of the question. But no. You go ahead with your fucking conspiracy theorist bullshit. Confirmation bias much?
Again, it's like, I don't think in the past we've addressed how men are suffering as a result of gender inequality. This has not been part of the conversation. But it is. Men are the recipients of violence and abuse and discrimination. And I think just acknowledging it, first of all, is a big step. And then, we're also trying to give them a safe space where they feel like they can talk about these issues, where there previously, wasn't before.
We have a space, or that is, we are trying to create one online and in person, but feminists keep trying to fucking silence us. We have a space, or that is, we are trying to create one online and in person, but feminists keep trying to fucking silence us. Are you unaware of this? Or are you just being a cunt? Because feminists fucking hate men's rights activists.
I wonder why that might be. Yes, it really is utterly fucking baffling as to why feminists don't like MRAs. Which, in a roundabout sort of way, leads us nicely into... Yes, it's the inevitable bit about rape. Yay. Now, for Thorium's inevitable bit about rape, there are a number of different things I could have picked him up on. His ridiculous fundamental misunderstanding of the concept of teaching men not to rape. He seems to be labouring under the assumption, the fundamentally wrong and ridiculously childish assumption, that teaching men not to rape means going to rapists who are about to rape a woman and saying, "Don't rape her." I mean, that is literally what he seems to believe. Utterly ludicrous. But anyway, but what I've actually gone for here is a ridiculously pig-headed claim he makes about rape apologetics. Now, the clip you're about to see is from his response to a piece on a British news programme called Newsnight, where they're discussing a reported rise in the number of claimed sexual assaults on British transport.
And I think you need to think about what sort of feeds into that and how far you can then take it in society. So, for instance, you might have a woman who does get sexually assaulted in a mixed gender carriage on the tube, and then you think about what the social sort of reaction might be there. And so you could have somebody saying, well, why did you get into a mixed gender carriage?
Victim blaming isn't really a thing, you know. When someone is actually, genuinely, full-on, holy shit, what a terrible thing, raped, the response is not to ask, well, why did you willingly enter a confined space with a man?
Victim blaming isn't really a thing, you know.
Oh, really? Rory Katz, take it away. Roll the clips and get me some chicken. Worst French accent ever.
Worst French accent ever.
So anyway, these two girls come in from the suburbs and they get bombed and their car is towed because they're moronic girls and, you know, they don't have a car. So they're standing there in the middle of the night with no car. And then they separate because they're drunk. They separate, which you never do. All right. Now Jennifer Moore, 18, on her way to college, she was 5'2", 105 pounds, wearing a mini skirt and a halter top with a bare midriff. Now again, there you go. So every predator in the world is going to pick that up at 2 in the morning.
I responded by saying that in dressing so provocatively, there is a possibility that her daughter was marking herself out as a potential victim for people with sexual desires, who may not take no for an answer.
Body language terms. It's the equivalent of saying that you'll buy someone dinner at a very nice, very expensive restaurant, and then when the bill comes saying, well, I didn't actually mean that. I just enjoyed seeing the gratitude in your eyes when I thought you were special enough to take you to this really nice restaurant. But for the record, how would that make you feel if it happened to you? Be clear, and above all, be honest with your body language. And this will probably reduce the chances of you ending up in situations where there have been miscommunications.
What did she expect to happen at 1 a.m. in the morning after sneaking out? I'm not saying, assuming that these facts are accurate and this did happen, I'm not saying that she deserved to be raped, but...
I'm not saying that she deserved to be raped, but...
Yeah, so actually, victim blaming happens all the fucking time. I don't even know where you got the idea that it didn't exist from, other than from incredibly far up your own arse. You fucking dickhead. Now, Thorium has a backup channel called Robot Thorium, which is a repository for a lot of his old videos where he used a text-to-speech program in order to do the voice for that, which gave him a kind of robot voice thing, hence Robot Thorium. Now, the video we're going to have a look at contains some graphic violence. Now, I don't usually put trigger warnings in my videos, but the following bit contains a scene where a woman hits a man in the face and then he hits her in the head, which I understand can be quite troubling and harrowing for people who've been through domestic abuse or sort of other violent crimes. So what I'll do is I'll put a timestamp in the description box of this video, which if you press, it'll take you to whatever the next bit is, because I don't know what the next bit is, because as I'm filming this, I don't know what order it's all going to be in. But whatever's next in this video, it'll be that. So I'll give you a second to pause the video and click on that timestamp. Okay, anyone who's still with me, the following bit, like I say, is quite troubling, will be quite sort of difficult to get through, and all the rest of it, but I think it's worth taking a look at. So, here we go.
Would it be unreasonable to posit that the gross iniquity of both our judicial systems, and common public perception towards intergender violence, could have fostered a generation of women for whom violence against men is blasé, and the very notion of violence towards women is both anathema, and downright preposterous?
Fuck that, bitch! Fuck that shit! Fuck that shit! What are you gonna do, hit a girl?
Ooh! Hey, boss! Ooh! I'll beat the fuck out of you and you at the same time, so get the fuck out. Just get the fuck out. Go. Oh! Fuck out.
Why you in here?
You just hit her, dog? Hey, yo, get the fuck out.
Hey, it's okay, I'll go. I'll come back for that, nigga. Go. It's all good. We'll come back for that, nigga.
Damn, he just laid her out, dog.
You just laid her out. You going to jail.
Hey, that nigga's getting locked up. Dog. She hit you, dog? Damn.
Go.
Damn. Fam, you don't want these problems over here. I'm just telling you, you don't want these problems. Go. Just go.
Where to begin? Not a single individual captured in this video can claim to have retained their dignity, none are entirely justified in their actions.
Okay, I'm with him thus far. Continue.
What we can conclude is that the young woman, shaven-headed and obnoxious to a fault, perceived the world as somewhat bipolar. She acts in a belligerent and provocative manner, goading one of the young men into hitting her, assuming all the while that he would not dare do so. Finally, after she appears to strike him in the face, later confirmed by the sight of his bleeding nose, he snaps. His response leaves her prostrate.
And there's the fucking difference, isn't it? I mean, this video is called The Double Standard in Gender Abuse, which there is a double standard, clearly. I think if you look at public perceptions of female on male violence or male on female violence, there is a difference there. But this example perfectly shows why. Whilst the woman was able to give the man a bloody nose, which wasn't fucking cool in the first place, okay, but it's a bloody nose. You wash the blood away, you might hurt for a few days, but you're okay. The man, on the other hand, was able to knock her off her feet, potentially hospitalising her, and in extreme circumstances might actually end up killing the woman. See, there's the difference, isn't it? The difference in relative strengths of the sexes. See, these MRA MGTOW fucking types, right, like to go on about sexual dimorphism, the physical differences between men and women, until it comes to domestic abuse, and then all of a sudden they want to pretend like that doesn't fucking exist anymore. How very intriguing.
Quid pro quo, one might argue. But it is at this moment that she forgoes the desire to act like a man, to be treated like a man, calling for someone to ring 911. A number of those in attendance begin to comment about how he's going to jail now, neglecting entirely her identical transgression.
Oh, no. It was not an identical transgression at all, was it? She punches him in the face whilst they're face to face, right? So he has an opportunity to defend himself. There's also like a door frame in the way so she can't get a proper swing at him, and there are people in the immediate vicinity to restrain her. What he does, like a massive fucking coward, is waits for them to start walking away, so her back is turned. He steps out of the door so he can get a full swing at her and punches her in the side of the head whilst her back is turned, so she has absolutely no opportunity to defend herself. He sucker punches her. What a cowardly prick.
She bleats repeatedly, "What did you hit me for?" with absolutely no sense of awareness. Or rather, with no comprehension that hitting someone might result in them hitting you back.
No, she was probably just really fucking shocked at the cowardly way in which he hit her in the fucking head whilst her back was turned. Which, by the way, seems to me a perfectly justified response to that.
Let us return, then, to the matter of public opinion. For there to be change, the general population must approach the subject of intergender abuse in a far more equanimous fashion.
I fully concur. I think there needs to be a change in public opinion when it comes to the idea of women being the domestic abuser of a man in situations, because that clearly does happen. But what we would need for that would be maybe, say, like an actual men's rights movement, rather than the fucking hateful, bigoted shambles which currently exists, which calls itself a men's rights movement. Yeah, if we had that, yeah, that would be a good start, wouldn't it? Now, like so many anti-woman bigots, his bigotry begets other bigotry, and Thorium is a massive fucking racist. Now, I could focus on his racism towards Muslims, which is fucking rampant, as you can see from titles like Islam in the West, Multiculturalism, The Paris Attacks, Europe Continues to Bleed, Islam in the West, We Must Resist. And most deliciously of all, Islam in the West, Wrath of the Awakened Saxon. God almighty, for fuck's sake, what a load of old shite. And as you can tell from all of this, he is a massive Islamophobic dickhead. Yeah, so there's all that. But I just want to show you this one clip from a video where he's attacking basically all minorities and claiming that whites are basically the put upon group in the modern world. And he goes through this rather strange diatribe about old inventors of shit.
But I believe the first viable internal combustion engine was invented by either Etienne Lenoir or Siegfried Marcus, while Carl Benz is generally regarded as the inventor of the first automobile to be powered by such an engine. Do you know what? I think all three of the aforementioned were white. No more white privilege bullshit. No more dear white people jokes. No more racism against white people doesn't count. And no more stigmatization of white pride. I, and many others, are exceptionally proud to be white.
And that clip for me sums up the fucking bullshit of all these white supremacist assholes. Basically, they're pathetic individuals who have achieved fucking nothing with their life whatsoever. They want to wallow in vicarious glory, basking in the achievements of other people who happen to have the same skin pigmentation to them. And just like the rest of them, Thorium, you are a really sad, pathetic little prick. So all that leaves me to say is, Thorium, go fuck yourself.